Okay, so this is an inner child meditation. So just make yourself nice and comfortable. Close your eyes. You can lie down or sit down, and I'm going to just channel whatever comes through to kind of bring to the surface whatever messages our inner child want to bring to us all individually as we work towards evolving and growing and expanding into whatever the next stages are for us all as individuals, to move past assumptions and misunderstandings of self to the clarity of that inner experience before anything else was kind of bombarded or placed upon it. So taking some really nice deep breaths and just relaxing into your moment, allowing your mind to be placed to the side so that you can just listen and experience what comes up. And just scanning down your body as well, making sure that you feel really comfortable. There's nothing there that's going to distract you. And if you need to move and kind of get more comfortable, then make sure you do so. Okay. I want you to just begin to bring yourself into a peaceful state. So just allowing your breath to be peaceful and natural, your body to be relaxed. If your mind wanders off, then just return it to my voice and to the messages that come forward. And I want you to imagine that you're just being bathed in a blue and green light, almost as if perhaps a little cloud has floated into the room, the space where you are, and is just opening up with its rain, and it's raining down on you the most beautiful blue and green waters, almost as if they've been picked up from some beautiful lake or ocean and carried on the wind over mountains to you in this beautiful blue and green, pure cleansing water. It's just landing upon you. It feels warm, it feels comfortable. It almost has an airy quality. So as it rains down upon you, it also is breathed in. It kind of infiltrates everything, your flesh, your breath, your skin, your energy. And as it cleanses down you, it moves any areas of built up tension, any toxic thoughts, any limitations and boundaries and blockages, and just works on some subconscious and energetic level to start to strip back some of the assumptions and misunderstandings, just stripping back some of the misunderstandings you've held about yourself and believed to be true that no longer serve you. Just releasing these things into the earth, into the soil, into the universe to be transmuted and transformed. And it feels really quite soothing and relaxing, enjoying the experience of this beautiful ocean-like rain, just finding its way down your body through all your crevices in your hair, down over your skin, perhaps opening your mouth and catching a little and bringing that magic healing energy inwards as well. And just trusting that it will reach into wherever it needs to kind of help really gently shift your energies, releasing these limitations, releasing these blockages, releasing the things that stand in the way of you and your greatness. And as this happens, allowing yourself to just feel whatever comes up, to feel into your adult emotions as they kind of meet with your childhood self. And I want you to imagine that you're in a beautiful natural space, a garden or a beach, a wood, somewhere where you feel really contented and safe. And you're not there alone. You're there with a child who feels very familiar, very sweet, very loving, very pure and innocent. And you recognize this child as yourself, as a version of you that perhaps has been departed a while, a version of you that you trampled on, or life trampled on, or things got in the way of, or was abandoned in favor of something more grown up, or something more teenage perhaps, or something more protected. Maybe you placed this child into some kind of bubble of protection, and in doing so lost aspects of her. But you're here now as a wise, maturing, evolving adult, and in front of you you have your sweet inner child, and you're kind of there gazing at each other, maybe holding hands, maybe just being in one another's company, and kind of looking each other up and down and remembering things about who you were, the things you enjoyed, the things you loved, the things that lit you up or made you feel happy. As at the same time, your inner child, who is also you and whose mind you can perhaps pop into and look out through her eyes, is looking at you and seeing all the accomplishments that you have made, or the things you have overcome, or the kind of woman that you have grown into. And it's certainly an experience of mutual admiration. There's no criticism, there's no judgment, there's pure love radiating between these two aspects of yourself. So as you are the child looking at yourself, looking at how you have thrived, how you have survived, the things you have moved past, the things you have achieved, how do you feel? Maybe there's a sense of pride, a sense of hope, a sense of understanding. Maybe there's a warm feeling of beginning to understand how far you can go in life. And if you've gone this far, how much further you can continue to go. And as the inner child, as your own self, as a young person, I want you to imagine that you're passing your current self, your mature self, a gift. So just take a moment to think about what that might be. What is you as your own inner child, as your young childlike self? What are you offering to yourself as an adult? And see it through the child's eyes. Really embody her, really be within her. Look down to your child, little hands, the palm of your hands. What is it that you are giving to your adult self? And how do you feel as you give it to yourself? Do you feel hope? Do you feel joy? Do you feel whimsy? Do you feel excited? Feeling like maybe you're reconnecting, being seen, being heard, being felt, as at the same time you're able to offer yourself something. And so often we tend to, as adults, want to go back and rescue the child, but I feel like right now the child is reaching out and trying to rescue or offer something to the adult that you have become. And in doing so, we recognize that the child is wise and capable and survived and had so much understanding even at a young age, even if that understanding meant that she protected herself or disappeared a little bit for a while. Perhaps that was a necessity. So looking through her eyes, looking through your eyes, your own childlike eyes, with your little hands, and you're passing something forward to yourself. Just take a moment to think upon what you're passing and what your child your childlike self would say to you right now. And I'm going to just give you a moment to just experience that connection, and for that inner child to speak her mind to you, the adult, and to see what she might say. And you might find now that your positioning changes, or that in between that you become yourself as an adult or you become yourself as the child. It might feel like a bit of a role play going back and forth between the two. The interaction may feel really visceral and real, or it might read like a script. But either way, you're kind of working between these two aspects of yourself. So as you receive this gift from your inner child, how do you feel? Imagine taking it. Imagine speaking now as the adult to the child. What do you say to her? How do you greet her? How do you hold her? Are you motherly? Are you sisterly? Are you a friend? And so just taking a few moments to receive that from the child, and to now be the adult and to offer the child any support, any love, any hope, maybe a hand, a hug, a kiss, a hold, a promise. And I'll give you a moment to just experience it now as the adult to the child. And now the two begin to amalgamate, they begin to swirl around, perhaps energetically coming together, becoming part of the same energy, the same entity, part of you, the adult, the child, the adult, swirling around into existence and refinding one another and creating some kind of beautiful dance of balance and understanding, and integrating each other's knowledge whilst everything else drops away. All of those misunderstandings, all of those assumptions, all of those masks, all of those ways that you have not connected with your inner child, and your inner child is not connected with you, whatever those may be. And we don't need to know precisely what they are, whatever those toxic, difficult, painful boundaries and barriers might be, are beginning to drop away, just to allow you and your inner child to move together, to come together, to unite, to find balance and alignment, and trusting that from this point onwards, so much more can be achieved, so much can be understood as you lend wisdom to that youthful part of yourself, and that youthful part of yourself lends joy and peace and passion and creativity and a whole new perspective, or a new old perspective on where you are currently at. So just imagine just holding hands, smiling at one another, promising whatever you need to promise to yourself. Pulling each other in, holding each other tight, determining not to be separated again, determining not to be misunderstood again. And then back to the beautiful blue-green rain, which is raining down on you and your inner child as you pull her in and kind of slot her into your heart, into your arms, into your mind, your body, your soul. Absorbing her, as at the same time the beautiful blue-green rain just flows down you, helping to heal away anything that's not serving, shifting you past distrust of your own self, shifting you past limitations, placing you into a state of grace, of unity, of wholeness. Breathing in. Just maybe holding yourself for a moment as well. And taking a nice deep breath and imagining that that beautiful cloud, that rain is just dissipating away now, leaving you to return to your physical self, to your body, into the day. Recognizing that whatever shifts have happened on some fundamental level and will continue to play out over the coming weeks, months and years as you reassociate and reintegrate any aspects of yourself that you have called back in today. So giving your toes a wiggle, your fingers a wiggle, having a little stretch, a yawn. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room.